All right, Coach Hankins, the 2016-17 season is right around the corner. You've started practice. You got a few practices in. What can you tell us about your team this year and how you feel after the first few practices?
We're extremely excited about this year. But we got a lot of new guys, a handful of returners from last year that have some experience. Um, we're an old team, but an inexperienced team. So just an example is one of our seniors, Xavier Howard. He's a 24-year-old senior who hasn't played 1 minute of college basketball, but he's an extremely athletic, hard-working kid that we're excited to give the opportunity to play, and I think he's gonna really help us out, no question about it. And then our other seniors, Corbin Byford and Corey Alpo, played for me last year here in my first year, and just we're really counting on their experience and their age to be good leaders for our team, and just show the young guys how hard they need to work and what it takes for us to be successful.
Yeah, you kind of have a couple of seniors that have been here. You've got a lot of new faces on the team. So what do they provide for you as obviously as senior leaders to kind of bridge that gap between the new people and the returning players?
Well, a couple of things that we expect out of them. Number one, we expect them to be great examples of how hard we work and what the culture is that we expect in our program. How we move from drill to drill, how we work in the weight room, how we take care of business off the floor, and then to communicate and try and help teach the young guys just how we operate and how we do things and how we play, and also I guess to provide the enthusiasm and energy on a daily basis that we need. So young guys, all that stuff is new to them, and they don't know what to expect. So if they have some good high character senior guys to look up to that can kind of show them the way, it just makes things a lot easier for everyone.
For the junior class, you have kind of a similar situation where Garen Wright is back for you. So you have a player who's been with you, and another veteran player, an older guy. So what can you tell us about the junior class, Garen coming back, and then those new faces we'll see?
You know, Garen is a very experienced player. He's been here quite a while, plus he's also played 3 years of professional baseball. So he's older, he's been around the block, and he knows what to expect. And he's done a phenomenal job of leading up to this point. And the rest of our junior class are all transfers. And, Big Jake Hammond, transfer from Nebraska. Anytime you get a Big Ten transfer into the MIAA, it's a feather in the cap. I mean, he's had a great experience, 2 years not only playing but also practicing in the Big Ten environment. So, and his size and experience will be a great asset for us. And then we have two junior college transfers, Fidel Robinson and Damari Edwards, who were both off winning programs, teams that played a national tournament, and teams that just guys that have some college experience but not experience at this level. So it'll be a bit of a transition for them. But we expect both those guys, really all three of our transfer guys, to contribute quite a bit.
Your sophomore class is a couple of kids who were here last year in Josh Holliday and London, and sorry I missed his first name there, but they played a big role for you last year as freshmen. So what do you expect from them in year two for those kids?
We just expect them to continue to improve. Last year was a big time learning curve for them, as it is for most freshmen, but they handled it well. I think Josh, in the first game of his career, had I can't remember what it was, but he scored the 20s his first career game, and had some, and then kind of went through some hard times where he didn't play nearly as much, and then came on at the end. And then Jordan was solid all year long, and that's what we expect more from them. We've talked to them about being leaders in the program, and it's their job to teach the freshmen how to act and how to work and how we do things here. So we expect both those guys to have big years for us.
And speaking of that freshman class, so now that you've had, you don't really have to just, you're not starting fresh in your first year. you might not need to play all of your freshmen right away, but some of them maybe you want to. So what can you tell us about the new guys down in that class?
We're excited about all of our freshmen. We think they're all going to have great careers here. We may redshirt a couple of them, not quite sure who or what or how many, but there'll be a couple of them that contribute this year as freshmen, but they're all. We're so excited. We think that they are the cornerstone of kind of what we've started here, and we think that we expect big things from them. And but they're learning on the job, learning as they go. It's all new to them, and a couple of them their heads kind of spinning right now as far as how much time it takes and the effort. But that's to be expected, and they're all doing a great job, and we're really excited about the future.
All right, so you've had a few practices. You have a few more weeks until November 11th when Northwestern will come to Edmond. You have the MIAA and Great American Conference crossover tournament here in Edmond. What are you trying to accomplish before November 11th, and then what do you expect out of those first couple of games?
Well, leading up to November 11th, we're just trying to teach all of our new guys our system, how we play, what's most important in for us and how we do things. Anytime you change levels of basketball, it's an eye-opening experience. So we base the cornerstone of our programs. We're going to defend and rebound, and so defensively it's a big adjustment for a lot of those guys. But up until between now and November 11th, we've got 3 scrimmages that we'll play against really high-level programs, and we're just trying to improve and get better every day. We're trying to improve and be as good as we can be November 11th, and I think that between November 11th and the end of the season, we'll see a lot of improvement. So we're just it's a slow process, but we're excited and we're having a lot of fun.
Good deal.